Hello, everybody. Welcome to Rising Hawk Tarot. This video is just to introduce myself a little bit. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how I got introduced into the tarot and what tarot is to me and how I use it. So I was first introduced to tarot 2 days before my 25th birthday. So I am 41 now. So 2 days before my 25th birthday, I was working in a small town called Bobcaygeon, Ontario. And I was working as an electrician in someone's house. And one day, at the end of the day, the homeowner approached me and said that she is being called to give me a reading. Now, I didn't think very much of it at first. Like again, I had um, never really had anything to do with the tarot before then. I didn't know much about it. And honestly, at that time, I didn't have any kind of spiritual practice or honestly, even any kind of spiritual belief system at that time. But she was offering me this reading for at no cost. So I said, sure, why not? What the hell? What's it going to hurt? So we sat down and we started doing the reading. And first of all, I was amazed at the things that she was saying to me, and the things that she knew or seemed to know from reading these cards. It actually kind of blew my mind a little bit. And so I was like, okay, maybe there's something to this tarot stuff. And then at the end of the reading, when she was all done, she had given me a very, very beautiful reading. And then she looked at me at the end of the reading and said, you know, you have this gift too. You have the ability to read the cards too. Of course, at that time, I didn't know that. I didn't know at all. But now I was intrigued. So, and as a Gemini, once we're intrigued, we look into something. So anyway, on my birthday, on my 25th birthday, I went to Bobcaygeon had one metaphysical store in it. So I went to that store and I bought my first deck of cards. Now my first deck was an oracle deck. I didn't go straight to the tarot. Um, but so it was a very beautiful oracle deck. And I took it home. I opened up the package and I started shuffling the cards. And as I was shuffling, the birthday card jumped out. I'm like, you can't make this shit up. I buy my first deck of cards on my birthday, and the birthday card happens to jump out my first shuffle. I'm like, that's, yeah, you can't make this shit up. So I was like, at that point, I kind of acknowledged the fact, okay, I think maybe I do have a bit of a gift here. So I started giving readings. And as much as it was a gift, sometimes back then, it didn't always feel like a gift. Um, I actually had, at one point, I did a reading for somebody, and it ended up in a lot of tears. And the person was very, very upset. And this caused me to walk away from doing readings for quite a while at that point because they were upset. I was upset that I had upset that person. That was not my intention. However, the problem was that I had gone into doing this just willy-nilly. I hadn't researched anything. Um, I didn't have a real purpose for what I was doing. It was just like a novelty thing for me at that time. It was supposed to be fun. But when that happened, when I did that reading for somebody and it was quite upsetting for them, like I said, that was upsetting for me as well. And I decided, hey, you know what? Maybe it's not a good idea for me to do readings anymore. And I just put the cards aside and I walked away for a while. Um, but I was called, very much called back to reading the cards. But before I started reading the cards for people, um, I did my research. I did a lot of studying of the cards, of the tarot, the history of it, and the meanings and the symbolism and stuff like that. And so when I came back to the cards, I came back to them with a different understanding of the cards, of myself, and the purpose for doing readings. And I realized in my studying that I had had a lot of misconceptions about what tarot was. And honestly, it's the same misconceptions that a lot of people have about the tarot. Um, so I'm going to talk about that a little bit, where I'm actually going to talk about one of the biggest misconceptions of the tarot. And that is that tarot is a way to predict the future. That tarot is fortune telling. I personally don't see it that way. When I do a reading for somebody, I'm not predicting the future. I don't see myself as a fortune teller. Um, I've also been told that what I do is witchcraft. I don't see it that way either. I mean, everybody is entitled to their own opinion and perspective. Again, I don't feel that what I'm doing is witchcraft either. I'm definitely connecting with spirit, and I'm connecting with the energy of the cards and the energy of the person that I'm giving the reading, but I'm not telling them their future. I'm just reading their energy. Um, so in saying that it's not fortune telling, so then what is it? What is tarot? So tarot, if you look up the definition, I'm going to actually give you a couple definitions right now. So if you look up tarot, they say it's a form of divination. So what is divination? So divination is a way of gaining insight into a situation or a question by a way of occult ritual practice. So then we get into a different definition. What is a cult? So a cult is beliefs and practices that fall outside the scope of organized religion and science. So uh, a cult is tarot, crystals, Reiki, like I said, anything that falls outside of mainstream science or mainstream religion um, is a cult. So I know a lot of people hear the word occult and they get all about it. It's not a bad thing. It's not as bad as people think it is. Like I said, it's just different beliefs and practice than what is considered the norm. So personally, myself, what I see tarot as is a healing tool. And that's what I use it for, a tool for self-development and a way of better understanding ourselves. Because the tarot tells a story. It actually tells the greatest story ever told because it's the only story ever told. Um, it's a story of exposition, a mountain to climb, a challenge to overcome. It's a story of self-discovery, conflict, tragedy, victory, and resolution. Um, each card represents you or your soul and where you are on your journey at the time. And each card holds powerful energy and a lot of powerful symbolism, right? And these cards are designed to help you think deeper, to speak to your subconscious and help you connect with your higher self. This is why I say that there is no such thing as a bad reading. Unexpected? Yes. Bad? No. Whenever you get a reading, I see it as an opportunity to learn something about yourself. It's an opportunity for growth, an opportunity to heal. And that's what I use tarot for. I use tarot for my own healing, and I also use it when I'm working with my cognitive behavioral therapy clients to assist in their healing. So uh, over the next little while, I'm going to start something that I'm calling Journey Through the Tarot. So not every day, but every couple days or so, I'm going to post videos about the tarot because, like I said, it is a story. So we're going to journey through the story of the tarot, and we're going to look at each card and what the energy and the symbolism of those cards mean and how they can help us in our everyday lives. So I'm really looking forward to this, and I hope everybody finds it very helpful and informative. Yeah, so so that's me. That's why I do tarot. I read tarot to help people heal. That is the purpose of my readings. And once I connected with my purpose for my readings have become very powerful. So yeah, like I said, that's just a little bit about me and how I got started into the tarot and what the tarot is um, to me. So I'd love to hear in the comments from everybody else What is tarot to you? What does it mean to you? Is there anything that I said today that kind of, um, struck something with you? Did you maybe have some misconceptions about what tarot is? Let me know in the comments, and of course, always be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I love and appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you later. Bye for now.